It's wonderful when you can look back on early film of dance, because you can see here is a little bit of Bournonville choreography danced by a ballerina in 1903. Would she pass to get into a ballet company today? But I'm sure she was the hit of the Royal Danish Ballet at the time. She cast away tight, she cast away, some people say, her knickers, and danced emotionally, purely emotionally, rushing around the stage. One gets the impression with these loose clothes that fled around, being the spirit of the music. That seemed to have been what she was famous for doing, other than having lots of lovers, and then sadly and famously dying when a scarf that she was wearing around her neck got caught in the wheels of a car and she was strangled in the Riviera. Fred Ashton made a wonderful solo called Isadora Duncan, which I think lots and lots of ballerinas have wanted to dance. It captures just that joy she must have had, he must have seen in her as well, that joy of dancing. I remember Makarova dancing in the 70s. Not for her, the chauffeur-driven car and the fur coats as she came out of Covent Garden, but there she was in jeans and a cigarette in her mouth, very different from the days of Pavlova.
It was a ludicrous story in this nonsensical company of the Lermontov Ballet, and all that stumbling around and all that idiot nonsense that is associated with it. What it did, it conveyed the huge excitement that there is in going to ballet. It also glamorized ballet in a curious way.
So there's a lot of sort of fluttering and trying to get themselves off the ground as young swans. Slightly ungainly. They haven't completely formed into a beautiful, fully grown swan yet. So it's a mixture of those ideas, really. Young, ungainly, trying to fly. Also with a sense of humour as well, because I do believe that even the classical version, people do find quite amusing. It's got a wit about it, and I felt it had to have that as well.
Enter Achilles is really about being a man, being male. It's a group of men just investigating themselves, finding out more about themselves as a group and as individuals. The BBC film that we made came at the end of, I suppose it was nearly 2 years of world touring of the piece. So it was all inside, not only Lloyd, but also the director,